Happy Friday, guys. So we are having our first tarot happy hour. This is something that I wanted to do on Fridays for a long time, and I kind of flailed around with it. And this is the week that we're doing it. So Greg just got mad at me during the members only live because I mixed up my fairies and elves. But you just spelled David Gilmour's name wrong.
Okay.
David Gilmour on my hall pass list. I love that old man. Love that old man. So one in the chat if you love Pink Floyd. One in the chat. So thank you everybody for being here. We're getting some people filing in. I see I've got some supers already, and I so appreciate that, guys. You are fantastic. Ian, I don't know if you became a member today. I don't know if you did. I think you've been a member for a while, but thank you for being a member. I want you to know that I appreciate all of my members. Human Hockey was 99 minutes early, but wanted to know about Cat Williams. And I did get your emails, but I've been scrambling all day long. So I had physical therapy today, hence no makeup. And my occupational therapist, he does this thing where he adjusts my first rib, and they do it. I don't know if any of you are occupational therapists out there, but they drill down in between your collarbone and like your scapula. They drill down and it adjusts your first rib, and it's the most magical feeling I've ever had. It is amazing. So we're gonna get to that one, and let me see. I just want to see. And we've got 2 streams going on, guys. We're getting a lot of new people from the Vert, so I'm keeping the Vert up, even though it's making my mods bananas. So be nice over in the Vert. Be nice in the Vert. There we go. Cat Williams has made a lot of comments about people in the industry. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what that is. Human Hockey sends me the best emails. But what would we expect? She's an off-worlder. They are an off-worlder. So Greg, I got your question, Gregopedia. I got Susan's question. I'm just seeing if there's any in the chat that I missed before I get started on this tarot happy hour. I hope you guys have your cocktail, snacks, cheese and crackers, whatever it is, charcuterie board. I've got this ionized alkaline water essential. I paid way too much money for it, and it leaves a weird taste in my mouth. It's got a weird taste.
Put a little bit of lemon in there.
I know, a little bit of lemon in there. Oh, you almost hit your head on the screen. So all right, we will get to it. Dave is out in New York City, guys. We had a great day with Dave. We had an amazing day with Dave Murphy. I can't even talk.
Call it Thanksgiving.
We're just going to call it Thanksgiving. It was great. We made Thanksgiving for Dave. Greg took him over to the range, and it was a really fun day. And we were so glad. Now Dave is a real life friend for us. He is a in-person friend. So more of that. So, and I want to let you guys know, we have a potential nor'easter coming into New Jersey. So from Sunday into Monday, it looks like we are going to be snowed in. So you know what that means? I'm going to be here doing readings all day. Not that I ever leave my basement. I'm not there. So I dropped some comments in the link. I dropped some comments in the chat section, and I hit the questions. I think I got to the questions. I have the hiccups though, guys. I took my vitamins right before I started. And I should have taken them earlier. So, all right, let's giddy up, buttercups. So I did get a super chat from Haley. Haley, I'm going to get down to your question, but I want to thank you for your super chat. Thank you so much. Susan, we're going to get to yours first, just because That way it'll be easy for me to go down the list in my starred comments. So will I get approved for the house that I found close to my son? I'm going to bring up that card view. If you haven't hit the like button, go ahead and hit it now. And for today, I am using, there's another tarot channel out there called Tarot Oracle, and he has a whole bunch of decks. If you're not following him, he is really, really cool. I like him so much. Oh, I have a whole bunch of more questions here. And this is called the Tasty Tarot. And somebody can get rid of Burrs Omaha on the vertical because he is making anti-Semitic comments. My father is Jewish, so you can jog on. Jog on. Before Anna Miller shows up and tells you what she really thinks about you, fuckface. So Denise Burnside just became a member too. Hang on, buttercups. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Yes, Margie, they are saying nor'easter. Nor'easter. So back to Susan's question. Susan Anna Miller will go back into her cage. I'll give her a potato pancake. She'll be happy with it. She loves the carbs, even though she's on Wegovy. 41 pounds down, guys. 41 pounds down from Wegovy. So if you know, you know. If you're doing it right, you're doing it right. And if the weight is just going to fall off, your inflammation's going to go away. And you're going to get better. You're going to feel good, and you're going to be able to go and do those things that you want to do, whether it's a Gouliot around the block or if it's a jog around the town, you're going to be able to do it. So, so let's giddy up. I'm 3 pounds away from my goal weight, but I may move that goal weight a little bit. I may move the pole a little bit. Susan, approval on the house found close to your son. Knight of Swords. There's going to be, yeah. I think you're getting beat out on the list. Oh, Amina Sean saying yes, approved. Amnesia Sean. I can't even say it. I'm sorry. Amina Sean. Amnesia Sean. I forgot how to say your name. But I think you're going to get beat out. There's a lot of people that not to deflate yours, Amnesia Sean, but I think there's a lot of people that are on this list, and I think there's a criteria there that I could just say Sean. Thank you. Okay, I'll say Sean. I do have a permanent retainer from after I had my teeth, my orthodontia done, and so it does make me lisp a little bit sometimes. So there's just a lot of S's in your name, baby. So sometimes I don't have a lateral lisp, but so what can we do, Susan, to make this a little bit better? Two of Wands. Don't get too stuck with it, and like don't think it's the only place, even though it's close, and don't think it's the only place, and don't get anxious if you don't get it, because there's going to be an opportunity to get another one. The Hermit here, remember what the Hermit does. The Hermit, and again, this is the Tasty Tarot from Tarot Oracle. Look, we've got the Hermit out there. Look at all the bananas. The bananas. There's how many? 4,995 bananas with the Hermit. Those are all bananas. So yes, they're all bananas. And so when the Hermit is in reverse, the Hermit has all of the information that he needs in hand, and he goes off in the distance. And I refer to her a lot. She's a tarot reader and an author. Her name's Melissa Sinova. She wrote Kitchen Table Tarot, Kitchen Table Magic. She wrote a lot of really cool. They do look like potatoes, but they're very cute. She says about the Hermit, it's this energy of shut up and let me think. Let me go off into the distance and think. And a lot of people, when they look at the Hermit card, they get very disturbed because it's this old gentleman in robes, and he's off in this frozen tundra, and he's just kind of staring pensively out into the distance. And it's about self isolation. It's about going and looking at the information that we have compiled, giving ourselves the grace to do that. And in this case, you, Susan, you're abandoning that ability. I want you to make sure that you compile the information and go off and think about it. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about going from survival to creation when we meditate and we bring ourselves into a place of manifestation. So when we are functioning, hi Zeph, when we are functioning in survival, we are frantic and we are moving very quickly and on this conveyor belt. But when we move into creation, we're much more intentional. And that was one of the things that I realized at the beginning of the year. I changed my schedule. I had changed my production schedule. I was going more to a live format. And what I discovered was that I just wasn't giving you guys enough meat on the bone. Like there just wasn't enough meat on the bone for you. As much as I love to do readings for y'all, like in a live, other people wanted to, they want to hear about the royals. They want to hear about Tom Cruise. They want to hear about, all kinds of celebrities, political things, actions in countries, the Epstein files. And I almost pulled all of that out of my content. So I had to make a shift. And what I realized was prior to in 2025, I was working intensely. I was working almost intensely to the point of being frantic instead of working intentionally. So I thought the lives were going to be much more intentional, and that didn't work. So I made some changes and I went to a more production kind of level. So Fridays, you're still going to get lives on Fridays. You're still going to get an occasional breaking news live and things like that. But it's much more intentional. I can move at a much slower pace. So if you hear me talking slower tonight, I am doing that intentionally. I am trying to work all of my efforts into a single moment. So I want you, Susan, to be long explanation. I want you to look more intentionally at the how and the why and where you want to live. I want you to do that. So in your search, if this deal falls through, if they do not pick you on that list of candidates for that particular residence, go back to the drawing board and look at the things that you have compiled so far and really do a strategic analysis of that. And then change your behavior moving into the continued search. So I think that is going to serve you really, really well. And it'll help you find a place that's a happy medium. It is close enough that it's going to be cozy and comfortable, and it's going to be available enough that you can slide right into it. So I hope that helps, but I appreciate your super chat and I appreciate your contribution and participation in this channel. Just drop my cards all over the place. I did that once on when I first started my channel, and someone accused me of setting up the cards on the floor. And I was like, really? Like, what am I playing poker? And I've got ace of cups up my sleeve. It's just crazy things that people think are happening. Yeah, I don't know if Ian's a new member. There we go. Okay, Parliament. We've got Haley, and Haley gave a contribution too. I'll highlight that in just a second. Haley, it's great to have you here. Parliament is in talks about the line of succession regarding Andrew. Do you think it will be Parliament who is making the decision, or up to the king, queen of the day to make that decision, just not on birthright? All right, so let's unpack this. So Haley has a question about Parliament talking about the line of succession. Let's look at what is going on in that moment right now. And I beg your pardon, guys. I got to bring over to the live comments. What is going on behind closed doors with the line of succession discussions in Parliament? One card. Two of Cups. Got to separate the wheat from the chaff, guys. So I do think that they are talking about separating the line of succession and what are the pros and cons. So we're, in any discussion, you're going to have pros and cons, whether, Andrew's a terrible person or not. The pros. Ace of Swords. This is the way it's always been. This is the way it's been forged. This is the way it has to go. These rules are hard and fast. When we get swords, it's always a yes or no answer. It's black or white. It is not, well, maybe, they're saying the line of succession is determined. We shouldn't fluctuate from that. And I do think that some of the discussion is Knight of Pentacles. They've already removed his titles. They've already removed all kinds of stuff from him. He's out of his house. What more can we do? Do we walk him down the street naked, ringing a bell, going shame, shame, shame? What more do we do? Take him out of the line of succession. So these are the pro people, guys. Page of Pentacles. Ultimately, he's probably never going to be in the top spot anyway. That is really the discussion on the pro side. What difference does it make? He's 10 deep or something? He's pretty deep in there. We've got William, we've got George, we've got Louis, we've got Charlotte, not necessarily in that order. And unfortunately, we've got Harry and that whole brouhaha over there too. So they're still in the line of succession. So Andrew is just not going to rise to that position anytime soon. So he's number 8. Yeah, we'd have to have the Sept blow up, like in Game of Thrones. I was watching that the other day when Cersei blew up the Sept with Marjorie and Loras and all the Tyrells in it. So, except for that Queen of Thorns. I love that Queen of Thorns. Yeah, not that Queen of Thorns. She wasn't in there. She got hers and went out like a boss. Tell Cersei it was me. So one of the best lines ever. So let's look at the cons. The Queen of Cups is about preserving the PR of the royal family and quelling the question. This is 5 of Swords here. Quelling the question of the line of succession. This is cleaning up the roster, if you will. And over here, the Knight of Swords, it shows decision-making, decisive decision-making. It's an improvement on this con side. The reason why it's an improvement is because we elevate, we actually evolve from the Ace of Swords to the King of Swords. This is the Knight of Swords. We're getting into a different category of decisiveness. It is showing that the powers that be are in control and logically making decisions. So, I think it is a very professional perspective that the pro taking Andrew out of the line of succession. I think it's a very professional perspective that they're looking at. This is what we would do if we were a limited company or an LLC here in the United States. This is what we would do. This is how we would treat our wayward employees or hired. So will Parliament make that call? Presently, I'm talking like before there's any legal action. Will Parliament make that call presently before any legal actions? 2 of Pentacles, they're still going to have 2 minds here. They're still going to be debating it. Will that change if Andrew is convicted of any crime? Any crime, because right now the business with the gals is not in there. Right now, it's just abuse of his position and being a trade envoy that is up for grabs. So if he is convicted of any crime, will Parliament step in, change their mind? Knight of Wands, they're gonna, yes, they will say we've got to come in with a destructive power. We have Knight of Wands in reverse is a destructive power. They're going to hack things off at the root. So yes, they will change their mind about that. So will King Charles endorse and enforce that suggestion when the time comes? We're talking about a lot of what ifs here, because this is what if he's convicted, what if he is brought to terms. So will the king, so what if he's convicted? What if Parliament says, yes, off with his head, we've got to do this? Will the king support it? Three of Cups. It takes a lot off Charles' plate. Takes a lot off his dessert plate. So there it is. There it is. All right. So how you guys like this deck? Look at the all jelly beans on the back, or I think they're actually like they're like Skittles. They look like Skittles. What do you think they are?
Yeah,
Schmetterling?
They look more like Skittles.
I think it said Schmetterling.
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 Schmetterling. Mariposa.
Mariposa. So
Papillon.
will this be a precedent for other things? Will this be a precedent for other individuals? Will this be a precedent? Six of Swords, Nine of Cups, 10 of Swords, Six of Cups. I am going to say it is much easier for King William, Queen Catherine to recreate the Camelot of Queen Elizabeth's reign. Like I've said, I don't think that they're going to get back to that grand gilded glory that we've seen in the great houses of Europe. But I do think that they can clean up their roster enough. They can clean up their rosters enough. I think this is going to create a precedent. I think it's going to create a precedent that
They're going to set a precedent.
yes. I'm sorry. I know I've said it a few times, but they're going to do that. It's going to it's not a meritocracy that William is going to go into, but it's going to be more if you mess up, there's no gilded cage that you can go into. Either you're in or you're out, no half in, half out. So we're going to leave it there. I know I've got a lot of questions coming in, guys. You are busy today. So Haley, I want to thank you for your contribution. Thank you so much. Your super chats and super stickers, they do help me keep this channel going on. Humanaki, one of my favorites in the chat and in my inbox as I get emails from Humanaki. They come from a long, far away. Haley, I will come back to that question. I just saw that. I just saw you had another question. I will jump it back in. So Humanaki, 99 minutes early. Better early than late. Is Cat Williams the real deal? So Cat Williams has been pretty outspoken about a lot of stuff in the entertainment industry. Is he the real deal? Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles always tells the truth. Page of Pentacles has seen the devil, has talked to the devil, has walked with the devil, and has said, no, baby, no, I'm not going down that road. I am not going down that road. He gave him some lip service. And then what did he do? Held on to his own. Is Cat Williams like very religious? Does he talk about like faith and
Yeah,
Does he?
I think he talks a lot about, you know, kind of like a Jesus is the way kind of guy.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, like there's a very, very strong spiritual strength in him. What's right is right. And you know, that is it's fairly noble. I mean, he's a little randy and a little wild, but you know, he is a what's right is right guy. I do think that he's the real deal. I think what do we need to be worried about him? He's got to watch what he says. He's got to watch what he says, because he doesn't have a lot of high power people looking out for him. And I'm not sure where you find those these days. You know, everybody's got a little bit of dirt on their nose. You've got some dirt right there, Ronald Weasley. And I think anytime he finds someone that potentially he thinks is a safe person, he backs off a little bit. He's a man that only trusts himself. So I think the cat is better off. Less is more right now. He can't do an Epstein file kind of dump of information. He's got to be very careful about it. So if he still wants to release information in an artful way, I think that might be a good idea. There you go. There you go. Zephyr. Take it to the left. Take it to the left. So, yeah. Oh, Clever Lang is in the chat, Greg. Clever Lang. I got to clip that.
You want some more?
Huh?
You want some more?
Clever Lang. Clever Lang. So, let me see what we got here. I am going to answer an indulgent question for my husband. I am going to answer a question for my husband. And so I don't know if you guys know this. Billy Corrigan did an interview where he was talking about a possible shapeshifter that he saw. And this was and there's somebody's claimed who it is.
Who the shapeshifter is?
I'm going to mute myself for a second because I can't say it on here. So any of you that want to know what I just whispered to my husband, you can message me. So I just don't want to say that because it didn't come out of Billy Corrigan's mouth and it's unverified. So I don't want to start spreading that around. Humanaki, I think Cat Williams is absolutely the real deal. Ian Barton, send me an email. If you want to know, send me an email, fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com, and say, I want to know who the shapeshifter is in the subject line, and I will tell you. So Billy Corrigan in an interview said that he was hanging out with an attractive young lady in the industry. I'm making it more intriguing, and that she shapeshifted in front of him, and it freaked him out. And this lady is a little bit a pazz for my Italians.
And apparently It wasn't just once, it's several times. He came.
With the same one?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that part. But was Billy Corgan telling the truth? Queen of Pentacles tells the truth. All of our pentacles tell the truth. So thank you, Zephyr.
Maybe he was on a roller coaster with that person.
So what did he see? 8 of Pentacles. He saw something devolve and turn into something else. Thank you, honey. Hi, Demon Dictator. It's good to see you here, honey. It is good to see you here. So, you got that, honey?
Yosemite Sam.
Yahoo! Get up, Buttercup. Let's play dog. All right. So, Queen of Wands. So he saw something kind of unfold and devolve. And then with that Queen of Wands, he saw it come back together. So I think he saw the mask slip. The mask slipped and then came back. He got sorted. What was the she? Got sorted out and put their face back together. Did he see it more than once? Is that true? Was it the same gal? Was it the same gal? 9 of Pentacles. Yes. Thank you, Greg. It was the same gal. All right. So I'm going to clip that. We'll put that up for like Supernatural Saturday or something. All right. So we'll put that there. And Denise, Sally had a question about Andrew. I missed it. Did I miss it or did I not get it yet? I want to thank Denise for bumping up her membership. She is now a big time member. She's a big deal over here.
She is a master.
Let me see. Did I get Sally's question? I got Sally's super chat, but I didn't see her question.
Yeah, I see a super chat. I don't see a question.
Yeah. So, Sally, can you just give me your question again? Just drop it in the chat in all chaps. All chaps. Not in chaps. In caps.
Yeah.
Yeehaw! All right. I've got Marnie Hall's question though, and we are gonna answer this one. Now, I know a lot of people on this channel are fans of Maureen Callahan, and I don't know if you know what Maureen Callahan has done. She sent a Valentine to Stedman and she sent it with like a received receipt, and I don't know if she got noticed that it was sent, but she's trying to find out where Stedman is. So let's see. Stedman Graham. I didn't even know his last name. Stedman Graham. Hi, Karen. Karen's over on the vert. It's good to see you. We've got a nor'easter coming on Sunday. So we're going to be buried in snow. But let's see where Stedman is. Thank you very much, Denise. Thank you. Where is Stedman? Yo, Corporate Barnabas.
Yo.
Barney, stick around. If you want to come up, you can come up. 2 of Swords. Where's Stedman's traveling? So I did a reading on him a while ago, and I saw that he was more invested in, yes, Oprah Stedman. He was more invested in his personal family than he was in his relationship with Oprah and the whole blah, 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 blah. So, it was a crab house in Maryland, Margie? Yeah, that's hilarious. That is hilarious that she sent that to him. So I think that he's back to work. Is it a clone? Do we have a Stedman clone? Four of Pentacles. I don't think so. I think we're going to see Karen. Yes, I could do a whole family reading. Yes, I can. Mods, just Karen's on the vert. Just let her know, what she has to do. Just type it on in there so I can stay on Stedman. Stay on Stedman. So he's out of the guest house. I know famously Oprah sent him to the guest house when the whole COVID thing was going on. He's out and about. He's not a clone. He's just out and about, and he's just doing his own thing. Stedman's got a cushy job. He's got a really cushy job. He's just tra-la-la through his world. Good for him. Good for him. Do we need to be worried about Stedman? Like Maureen Callahan says, do we need to be worried about him? Stedman! I love when she yells his name. Stedman!
Step out.
Oh, they're going to give it to him the next time he comes. Oh, my God.
I'm going to step out for Raven.
Oh, step out for Raven. Thank you. Step out. Would you grab me a ginger ale, please, with ice? Or actually, can I have one of those wild cherry things with ice? Thank you. Wild cherry. So, just to let you guys know, through the Calendly link that I have, and it is in the chat, the Calendly link, I do 3 Pay What You Can readings every week. And I have 2 of them left for this week. So if anybody wants to book for Friday or Saturday or Sunday, I have availability for Pay What You Want, Pay What You Can. It's a half-hour reading, and payments due at the reading. So, and it's totally cool. So if you have an involved question, people have not been taking advantage of those Pay What You Can. I have not been mentioning them enough. So I do have my regular rate. I do have Hipsy, where I go on per minute, and you can schedule readings on there as well. But the Pay What You Can readings are only on my Calendly link. They're only there. You go in there, you can find it. In fact, I'm gonna drop one here. Here we go. So that is the link to Pay What You Can. Put it on in there, and then we meet up via chat, phone, or video, and you get a half hour for whatever you can afford. So, should Stedman be worried? The star, the moon, and the sun, and the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to say, I think that, with the star and moon, it's very nebulous where Stedman's whole world is. It's very nebulous. He's not man and wife with Oprah. They're not living out their days until the end of time. It's just not that kind of a relationship. I think they are good friends. I think they are close friends. I think they are supportive of each other. And is he, back when I moved back from California, I was in my early 30s. I had a friend who he just gotten divorced, and he was like, just come to this string of weddings that I have to go to because I don't want to go with a date. Everybody knows I'm single, and the gals that want to date me for permanent, like they're just all over me. And so I would go to wedding. I was his wedding date, and it was so much fun. In fact, I went to one wedding with him, and I knew the bride from another high school. And when I got there, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it's your wedding. And she was like, who are you here with? And I'm like, Steve. And she goes, how do you know Steve? And I said, well, I grew up with him. So I think that they're that kind of a relationship. I think that that's it. I think it works for them. I think, everybody should have somebody. Nobody should be lonely you know, going batty, staring at the four walls of their house. Everybody should have somebody, and you know, maybe that's a cat, maybe it's a loud cockatoo, maybe it's a human partner, maybe it's your best friend. You know, the Golden Girls, they had a very unique setup, and that, I mean, I know it was a TV show, but it worked well for them. So I think that this is no big deal. I think, yes, thank you. Just keep that off the screen. Thank you. Cheers, happy hour, guys. Little wild cherry seltzer. Zep, exactly. Maybe it's an obnoxious canine. I love that. I love your dog. I don't think he's obnoxious. He's not obnoxious. He's a perfect German Shepherd.
He's exactly what he's meant to be.
He's all dog. All dog. So, Stedman's future, Knight of Cups. You know, one of the things I think that Stedman is kept from having that close and personal relationship that is more romantic and yin yang balanced. So I think that that's something that he tries to fill his cup in a different fashion. I'm not saying anything suggestive or, you know, like he's making weird phone calls or swiping left and right on apps or anything. I just think he's doing that. Whoa. Barney, is that for real? Blanche was 51 when Golden Girls started. 51.
Blanche was
The slutty one.
the slutty one. Rule of Manhattan. She was only 51?
She was 51.
Same age as I am?
Yeah. You look hella better.
Whew.
All right. Back to the chat. Where is... Sorry, guys. I scrolling through the chat. So Sally. Oh, Sally, you're like 2 away. Sit tight. Sit tight, Sally. Sit tight, Sally. Lay down, Sally. All right. So do I think that the line of succession should be just for working royals and not for every royal, that young children are asked age 21? So my opinion on that, on the line of succession, this is a tricky one for me to answer. My opinion on that is that a line of succession is a line of succession. However, treason is treason, and turning against your family or speaking out against your family is something that, you know, some bridges can be burned. You know, unfortunately, I think, you know, if we turn back, if we could turn back time, yeah, you like that? Let me change my outfit.
That was a good share.
I've always had a good share. If I could find a way, I can't do the lip thing. If we went back in time 100 years or 200 years, speaking out against the royal family in the fashion that we have seen, they would have been sent to the Tower. They would have been taken care of. They would have been taken care of. So, you know, in the Italian sense, they would have been taken care of. So, you know, I think that a war of words is very complicated. Yes, I totally agree. Like, having a Chinese spy at the palace is absolutely treason. I'm not saying anything is or isn't treason. And I think that should be the barometer. Will that become the barometer in the future for the royal family? King of Cups, good behavior is rewarded by good things. 5 of Wands, you act amok and you jump up and down and act like an idiot, you're going to be out of the creative and collaborative work. And then you're going to be sad because you're going to be a dope that is tra-la-lying out in the middle of whatever, you know? You're going to be outside the royal family. You're not going to be fit. This is like taking a, you know, what the greyhounds. I know a lot of places don't have greyhound racing anymore, and there's a lot of greyhound rescues. You know, when they take those greyhounds out of, you know, service and racing, they don't make great companion pets. They have to be retrained. Royal family members too, they really can't be trained to go live among the great unwashed. They really can't. They just, the expectation is not there. Look at Harry. Harry went into that meeting and they were like, can I get you coffee, tea, or water? And he was like, I want some hot chocolate, because he's used to having, you know, people just hand over whatever he wants. So Diet Coke. So that's what I think, Haley, about that. And I got Zeph, and Zeph, we're going to have words about this. We're going to have words about this. Because you can't give me super chance. Zeph. You can't give me super chance.
What are you going to do about it?
Should Zeph get something for her neighbor? I have an opinion. Let's see what the cards say. Five of Swords. Five of Swords. It's kind of conflicted. Three of Wands. I am going to say yes with a caveat. I would not get any libations, and I would not get anything that could even remotely be seen as an invitation to a sustained and interactive relationship. How about that? So, you know, like, here's the thing: a gift card for gas, a gift card for groceries.
That's perfect.
Is that what?
Yes, because
Greg said gift card for gas is perfect.
He had to use gas to plow, so you're just replacing what he used.
You're just replacing what he used. So how does everybody feel about that? Giving Zeph's neighbor for plowing her out
A non-committal gift.
a non-committal gift that he can't say, well, I bought all these groceries with it, and so why don't we sup together? Why don't we dine together? I think guest card is a good idea.
Because if he buys the dinner from the gas station, don't eat it.
Greg said if he buys the dinner from the gas station, don't eat it.
I got your sushi.
Tuna sandwich from the machine. So Ian Barton says gift card, lottery tickets. Yeah, but like if you give that lottery ticket away, you know, and it's a winner. Wait a minute. Wait a second. I sound like Angus. Angus used to say that when he was little. Wait a second. I was going to try and keep this to an hour, guys. We might go a little over because I know I got a lot of questions here. So there's no lotto in Nevada? Is that real? Is that for real? Who knew? I didn't know that. That's so weird. We can buy lottery tickets online now. Sally! Sweet Sally, I finally got you. Sally, I want to thank you for your contribution to the channel. Zeph, thank you for yours too, but I'm going to have words.
How many seashells does she have to sell at the seashore for that?
So Greg wants to know how many seashells you have to sell at the seashore to earn that money. So Sally wanted to know if Andrew will end up serving any jail time. So Sally, again, on my community page, I did a link to the live that I did with Lady Letitia, and we opened it up with Andrew, and I was talking, I was reading that he really wanted to fight the charges, and that he was being advised not to. So let's see if he has determined how he is going to engage with these with this investigation, charges in the investigation. Let's see how he's going to do that at this point. Judgment in reverse. He's still in denial. He is still in denial. So is he going to fight? Chariot. Yeah, he wants to go full steam ahead. Does he have enough money to do this? 7 of Cups. He's going to beg, borrow, and steal. I don't know who he's going to beg, borrow, and steal from. If he goes along with this endeavor, will he serve jail time? We're talking about the energy right now. If you guys want to talk more about timelines and things like that, see my videos on Thursday. I'm doing all timeline shifting stuff. I do think that there's a timeline shift with this whole Andrew business. So if he goes with this timeline that I feel very strongly he is headed toward, if he goes with this, will he do jail time? King of Wands, 9 of Wands. He's going to do jail time. He's going to do some jail time. Will that be something that changes the trajectory of the royal family? Oh, once again, I am getting cards that say the reign of William and Catherine will be far different from what we have seen before. There will be an attempt to sanitize and streamline the royal family. So I do think that line of succession is going to be managed. Let's call it that. I do think there are going to be a lot of people upset about the changes that will come. But above all, people like to see justice served. And people like to see individuals serve their time for crimes committed. The 2 of Cups is that we can bring back a more distilled version of the royal family. And 2 of Wands, it will get some of the non-producers out of there. Now, I know the royal family really doesn't produce anything, but it'll get some of the non-players out of there. So the ne'er-do-wells that want to go on 17 vacations a year, Beatrice, 17 vacations, for Pete's sake. Ultimately, this is going to start a new dawn of the royal family. And I'm going to do a timeline reading on the course of what is happening with the royal family now with these reverberations, because I do think that we're going to say, I didn't think that the streamlining and turning the royal family more into like a business model was going to be a good thing. But I do think that the public is going to see this as a good thing. And I think that they may be able to save the royal family, but it will change the way that we see it. It's not going to be the same thing that we've seen before. Again, you know, I refer you guys to the images of Nicholas II's coronation in Russia. Much pomp and circumstance. I think we're going to see a lot less of that, but it will be still individuals that will be glittery and beautiful. We'll still see that. Because don't we love that? We love the pretty dresses. We love the tiaras. So I just think that things will change a bit, but I think that there is a more positive end game for William, slimming things down, streamlining it, making people accountable for the actions or the lack of action or the lack of work that they're putting in. You know, the ones that want to do the work are going to be highlighted and promoted more. So big answer for Sally. Sally, I thank you. Thank you so much. You are fantastic. I want to see William in a kilt. Oh, everybody does. Everybody wants to see William in a kilt. So, Penny D, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. We got 5 more people in the mix. So, welcome to the cookie jar, people. Every month at the beginning of the month, I do a drawing for a half-hour reading free of charge with me. If you don't get that half-hour reading, membership also gets a permanent discount on private readings with me, my 1-hour readings. I post up that link once a month as well. So if you're a member now, you can go back and you can look at the past community posts and you can get in there and book. I'm going to be home all weekend. Angus has a competition, but I am not going because I have missed too many days of work in the last week or so. So Penny, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You are one of my ride or dies, and I love having you here because you were the one who turned me on to all the Taylor Swift. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We are going to answer a string of questions from Humanaki. Are the kids afraid if Uncle Harry and his wife go back? So I'm thinking you're reading about their kids. Are their kids aware that there is an opportunity for them to go back? The Chariot in reverse. They don't know a thing about it. 7 of Wands. Life is chaotic there. It probably will be a better environment for them. Are the Whale's children concerned about Harry and his wife, Princess Henry? Are the Whale's children afraid? We've got George, we've got Charlotte, and we've got Louis. George, Charlotte, Louis. So I think Louis is unaware of it. I don't think he has anything to do with it. I think he's out of the equation. He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't even remember those people. George, I think, has been assured that they are not going to influence or affect the royal family moving forward, that they will not have any real power or substance over the royal family. Hi, Curtis Knight. Hi, Curtis Knight. Now, Charlotte, and forgive me for this because I'm not saying that she's bratty or elitist, but I do think that Charlotte's like, they are beneath us. Their behavior is terrible. Oh, good. Humanaki. So I answered both sides of the equation, both sides of the Atlantic. Charlotte is very thoughtful and has watched them, and she does not like the way that the adults behave. She's not judging the kids. She doesn't like the way the adults behave. And she has a very clear picture of what the royal family needs to represent. This, I think, comes not only from her mother, I think it comes from Princess Anne. I think it comes from Princess Anne. She is certainly a lady, absolutely a princess. And I think she understands the assignment. I think she absolutely understands the assignment. And is her mentor. Yes. An appropriate mentor. Humanaki. And my husband says, stop with the probing.
You all world in your probing.
Did Andrew get a stripped down knockout? Full search and seizure.
Unlikely.
Seven of Pentacles, no, because that I don't think.
You need a warrant for that. For a warrant, you need probable cause. So you have reason to believe that he is hiding something in his cavity.
Wait, can you say that again?
As far as U.S. law goes, and I'm sure it's similar to what UK has, that in order to do that kind of a search, you need a warrant. And a warrant requires probable cause to believe that you have contraband in a cavity.
And what did he have up there?
Nothing that would show that he was selling state secrets or whatever.
Yeah, I don't
So,
think
I don't think they would do that. I mean, he would have to be accused of having some kind of evidentiary
yeah. So
reason for that.
that's laughing. So Humanagi, I'm such a prober. You ask probing questions, that's for sure. Hi, Mischief. How are you, my love? So why did he look so traumatized? Let's unpack that a little bit. I got 2 jump outs. We're gonna take them. Because the Emperor and the 7 of Cups, he does not know who is in control of this situation. He doesn't know if his brother has any sway. He doesn't know if it's the Americans that he has to deal with, or the deep state, the Pentaverate, or well, not anymore. So he doesn't know who's in control.
I really think it was just a shock that he was treated like a commoner.
And I think you're right, Greg. I bet Humanaki, I did get a donut. I got a donut, the Ace of Pentacles. So, and it's a chocolate donut. Not to be confused with the chocolate starfish.
Oh.
But maybe it is.
Vegetarian.
So, you know, his sense of elevation and entitlement really has him thinking, I'm fine. Walking in there, he was like, I'm fine. Like, nothing bad's going to happen to me. And then everything went in a completely different fashion. They asked him questions he didn't expect. They did things that they didn't expect. Not those kinds of things. Not that. But he was, I think he was fingerprinted and like had his picture taken and that whole thing. And it's like, wait, there's plenty of pictures of me out there. You don't need this.
What I'm thinking was that he was manhandled in a way he has never been handled before. Like when you're fingerprinted, that they, you got to control the person with
that's right.
Their hand and like he's being touched and grasped in ways he's never been touched before.
Zeph said he got a sandwich and water like everybody else.
At least not when he hasn't paid for it.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible. So, yeah, fun fact about getting fingerprinted. If you're dehydrated, your fingerprints won't show. Like
you gotta lick your fingers.
You gotta lick your fingers. So if you have like a biometrics on your phone, like I do, sometimes you gotta and put it on there because it doesn't always. It goes fingerprint. It doesn't match. Yes, it does. It's my same finger. So Anna Miller showed up. Dang, mad because the cell phone won't work.
The bio.
I know. I love the biometrics. I think it's fantastic, but it doesn't work sometimes. It makes me a little nuts. So I think I'm going to agree with my psychic husband on this, that I think he was manhandled in a fashion, and he was handled in a fashion that is unfamiliar with him, and he didn't expect it. He still expected some privilege and some courtesies for a royal. The Ace of Pentacles there. This is a whole new world. So I think he is reconciling with what his situation is. How was he feeling in that photo? What was his biggest concern? Let's see. Biggest concern in that photo. King of Pentacles. He didn't know where they were taking him. And he was praying to God, praying to Mama. 7 of Wands. He doesn't know what his future is. So, some of us, we set goals and aspirations, and we have kind of a plan set out. And this is a situation where the plan did not match what he thought was going to happen and what he thought he could motivate into happening. So there's that. Poor Andrew. I don't feel bad. I don't know. Does anybody here feel bad for him yet?
I don't know.
So
He looked like he was guilty of eating a second Chinese meat.
Will King William shorten the line of succession? I gotta say it this way, because I think he has to like sign a royal warrant. I think they have to go through a whole bunch. It's not just like, rah, we're gonna shorten it. Will William shorten that line of succession? Eight of Swords. Yes. Queen of Swords. They're going to change it. They're going to change it. And that is, I think, one of William's plans. He is going to make changes to the way the royal family performs and how it moves. That's what he's going to do. He is going to make changes when he gets in there. There's going to be a merit component to this. There's going to be a merit component. What else do we got? Haley. Haley, thank you for your super chat. Did you have another question that I missed, though? I don't know. I don't know if I've got all of them. Let me see. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Haley, do me a favor. If I didn't answer them all, put them all in one chat, nice and bold, so I can see, because I don't know if I answered them all. I'm gonna go over to Humanaki, and I'll go back. Unless Greg, can you scroll through the chat and see if there's any there that I didn't answer?
Doing for super chat or?
No, it's
Haley?
Haley. She said she had a few questions. I don't know if I answered all of them.
But I will double check.
Did I answer them?
Yeah, she had the first one, which you answered, and then there's a follow-up about working royals, and then the third one you just did, where he was going to shorten it to working.
Haley,
they're all very similar, but
yeah, Haley, just let me know if I answered all of them. If I didn't, I'm going to make sure you get the most bang for your buck.
And I think you got Humanakis.
No, I'm just worried about Haley.
And yeah. I don't see.
There were only three. I answered them, Haley? I got them all?
You got all three of them.
Okay. All right. Yes, New York Greek. One of my best friends is Greek. Opa! All right. Billie Eilish just lost all her endorsements. Was that because of the business she said?
With the native land?
Yeah, I guess. How is Billie Eilish feeling right now? Hermit. She didn't have all the information. Did not have all the information. Staying off the grid, if you don't have a bidet, I don't even know what to tell you. You're living like a cockroach. Yeah, stop living like a peasant, man. Get a bidet. You can get a cold water one off Amazon for like $30. Go do it. And get the fuck off my channel. Thank you. So let's get back to Billie Eilish. So she doesn't have all the information. She did not have all the information that she needed. Now I can't even clip this, guys. So I'm fucking cursing on it because it's fucking Friday. Look at that. Annabelle's cursing. Who showed up? So 9 of Pentacles, she's not going to leave the house. I'm going to tell you that. She's not going to sell it. I apologize for cursing afternoon, guys. She is not going to leave the house. She's not going to sell it. She's not going to do anything like that. Ian, I think you're right. She's worth $100 million. She's going to be okay. Six of Cups. She is sorry. Nine of Swords. She's worried about this affecting the rest of her life. And you know, that is something that anybody in the public eye has to worry about. You know, sometimes you make a misstep. I remember you know, there's plenty of people. Lindsay Lohan, who was that guy who hung out with Paris Hilton, who called Lindsay Lohan a firebox? Like, you know, there's just shit that's going to happen because some people are out there. And I don't think Billie Eilish meant anything by this. I think she, you know, was like a second year uni student. You know, she got all excited.
She was trying to make a statement, but didn't realize, you know,
didn't land right.
you're in
you
a
know?
glass house.
Yeah, so it didn't land right. You shouldn't be talking like that. You know, and to be sure, I'm going to go off on a tangent right now. When we buy our properties, we still pay those property taxes. So do we really own the land? I don't know. Somebody else owns the land. It's not me. I'm drowning in property taxes.
You can't own anything they can take away.
Oh, it's impossible to own something that can be taken away from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like,
Yes, agree.
if, you know,
Brandon Davis, thank you, Zephyr. He was like a big meathead, wasn't he? He was like a big jamook. What do you call it? Like it's like a big like. Whoa. He looked greasy. He looked like he was greasy after a night out.
greasy?
Looked greasy.
What do you mean, what do I call? Why do I have to be implicated in it?
I don't know. My grandmother always said people were jamooks, like a big hulking kind of, not Neanderthal, like a big jamook.
A lump?
Like a big lunk. Yeah, like just like, he looked gross. I'm sorry. I don't know. He was dressed up and he looked like he was clean at the beginning of the night, but he just looked like he got gross at the end of the night. It was like oily, like slick. So some people are like that, you know. Some people get
Maybe
oily
reptilian.
by the end of the night. So I think she's worried. Is there any recovery for her? Is there any way for Billie Eilish to kind of write this show? I do like her music. I'll be honest. I like her music. Five of Swords. She's got to let this run. She's got to let it run, and she's got to let. Sorry, guys. I was getting a call. Let them know we'll call them back. Call them back presently. Is it you, Denise? My phone's been ringing. The school was calling because of the snowstorm. Like, oh, my phone's been ringing. I got clients in the morning. Like, crazy things are going on. So she's got to let her PR and her management take care of that. Judgment, people are going to be judging her. But Ace of Cups, if she just sits tight, she's going to be absolutely fine. She's got to let this run its course. She's got to let it run its course. It's going to be okay. I think what she said was just a flip comment. You know, she was trying to be somebody who's in the know. So there it is, Billie Eilish. If I'm going to use that as a clip, I'm going to have to edit the snot out of it, Greg. I don't know how to edit. All right, we're going on 120, guys. I got two more questions, one from Ian and one from Humanaki. Questions now are closed, y'all. You got to say it in Zeph's voice. Close, y'all. She's got a cute little voice. Oh, why do I have the hiccups, Gregory?
Because you have a spasm in your diaphragm?
Oh, young and stupid indeed, Ian Barton. Did Dave Murphy just get here? Dave Murphy, I hope you ate pizza today. I hope you ate pizza. I almost shut down the live just now, guys. That would have been hilarious. All right. So we got Ian Barton. Last two questions. When Andrew was released, did he have to give his passport? Does he have to give his passport or promise to appear? Did he have two different questions? So let's see. Did he have to hand over a passport? Now, does he have a passport? Yeah, the Queen couldn't have a passport because it was issued by her to her. So I guess Andrew probably does have a passport. Did he have to give his travel papers? Judgment in reverse. No, they did not. New York Greek. Just drop a question. Do it in all caps. I'll do it gratis for you. Don't worry about it. Just drop it in all caps. You'll be the last one. Okay, Bubby? Okay, my little baklava? Who doesn't love baklava? Gets sticky. It's all over your fingers. Spanakopita. We're both saying Spanakopita now. We love Spanakopita. Like I said, one of my best friends is Greek, and she brings me the good stuff. They have olive oil in their basement that is unbelievable. She's like, I just rub it all over myself. So everyone who loves baklava, everyone say, Opa! Opa! I got a glass. I'm not breaking it. It's too thick.
Oh, Dave did eat New York pizza today.
Dave ate New York pizza? New York Greek's got a tree in the yard. Wait, are you in Queens? Wait, where is Kay in Queens?
Yeah.
She's Astoria. Yeah, Astoria, Queens. I can never remember. I barely ever go up there. So they did not take Andrew's passport. They didn't take it. King of Pentacles.
I don't think he's going to be able to
Temperance. He's not going to be able to move around, guys.
Yeah, the camera's going to be all over him.
Wait, Sally's Greek too. Opa! Everybody, Opa! I need a white cloth. Oh, wait, I've got one. We're having fun. This is a happy hour, guys. Everybody's supposed to be happy. That's why I was telling people to fuck off before. So, saying fuck off makes me happy. I'm killing New York Greek over here. He's cracking up. He or she is cracking up. I don't know if it's a he or she. So Temperance, they are watching him. His movements are going to be limited. Three of Pentacles. He doesn't have a lot of support. So, like, they were talking about he potentially had like a gassed up and fueled up, ready to go.
New York Greek is a he.
Oh, he. All right. Great. Good to have you here, New York Greek. Love it. Love it, honey. We were just up in the city with that Aussie that's right underneath your comment. Solarian speaking Greek in the comments. We got Greek people here. Solarians, good to see you. Good to see you. So they eat the goat. They like the goat. Goat meat. My girlfriend Kay, it's a story for another day. She knocked down a brick shit house with a sledgehammer first thing in the morning, and they named her the American woman who works like a man in Greek. It sounds very interesting. And she got a marriage proposal from one of the farmers, one of the goat farmers. And she's like, I should have taken it. I would have had a bunch of goats. So, Three of Pentacles. Andy's got nobody to help him. Nobody's helping him out here. Did he have to make a promise to appear? And I am going to tell you guys, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. I think he's got an observer. I think that there's someone that has been employed to be the observer. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is a vehicle like stationed at the end of his driveway or something like that. Or if there's one down the road, or if they're keeping that place under surveillance. Do they have the permission of the king for that? Absolutely. The king has said, keep an eye on my brother.
Well, as of right now, the king doesn't want anything getting out of hand. So he's going to make sure Andrew stays put. And if he gets out, that they have every means necessary to get him, because he doesn't want any more embarrassment from that guy.
I think I agree.
Do you think you agree or do you agree?
I think I agree. Yeah.
You agree.
They're managing the situations. His wings are clipped. His wheels are flattened. They are flattened. New York Greek, give me a little bit more. Relationship. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Are you in one? Are you trying to get one? Oh, I'm sorry, Denise. I just saw your... Look at the horse on that card. Yay! He's knocking the guy off. Yay! Maybe there will be a little horsey accident.
Oh, yeah.
Did you turn Canadian?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. New York Greek, trying to get it. Gotcha. Gotcha, buddy. Hang on there. Hang on there. I got one more. Questions are closed after this. New York Greek is going to be the last one. We are going to finish it up and smash our glasses on the floor for this first Tarot Happy Hour. Let me know in the chat. Did you guys like this? Was this fun? Did you have a good time? This is kind of the time I'm gonna lean into moving forward. This way I get to have a Friday night and before I have to work all day on Saturday and Sunday into the superstorm. Good time for Penny. Denise likes it. Margie likes it. New York Greek likes it. New York Greek, I expect to see you back here next week. Bring your friend. We'll do a reading for her. So what do Harry's kids feel when they hear their mom coming down the hallway? So this is how do the Harkle children feel about their mother? Let's look at Archie. Page of Pentacles. So somebody's in the prove it game. Somebody's in the prove it game. And it is to prove that he didn't do something destructive or complicated or something that added on to the day's work. So I do think that he tries to be helpful and smart and engaged, and he tries to stay out of trouble. So I think he does put on a good kid mask and really tries to be one of those A-type kids, which the firstborn usually is like the most intense A-type. If I think I'm correct. I think I'm correct on that. So what about Lily? What about Lily? Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, Seven of Cups in reverse. That's a messy kid. Seven of Pentacles. She's a really messy kid. And 10 of Cups in reverse. She's combative. She's a willful child. And I wonder if this is a development on when Megan said she has found her voice. I think she has found her voice, and I think that she is combative. Is Harry indulgent with her? The Emperor in reverse and the Knight of Wands. He does a lot for her. He's very busy trying to make her happy. Very busy trying to engage with her. He feels more connected with, I think Lily is more fun than Archie. I think she's more talkative and kind of effervescent, whereas Archie is kind of trying to figure out, like, you know, where to be and what to do. And I think in that scatteredness, Archie feels like he's a little frantic. Again, we talked about intention versus intensity. I think there's a lot more intensity out of Archie and kind of that chaotic spinning out of control. I'm not saying he's out of control, but you know, when you are chaotic like that, sometimes you do kind of go bananas. And I think that Lily is more intentional. She seems like more like a direct energy weapon. She feels like she gets her mind around something and can zero directly in on it. So, I don't see that anyone is afraid. I see they have different mechanisms to interact with her. So Archie will quick kind of make sure that he's doing the right thing in that moment, or what he thinks is the right thing, or what he's predicting is the right thing. And Lily looks like she's just kind of queen of the castle of her room, and she's a little messy. Her toys don't get put away. And she's like, well, I'm just going to play with them later. So like, what's the difference if they're laying in the middle of the floor? Like, I'm just going to hang out with them later. So, very different kids. I think she's an arguer. I am very fortunate that my daughter never went through that combative phase. I have another child that's a little combative. But my daughter never went through that horrible age of like 12, 13. Like hers are really difficult. I love my daughter, never had to deal with that. So let's do this. We're going to wrap it up with New York Greek, trying to get into it with this girl. Let's see. Going to look at a few things here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at your instincts. Your instincts here are that you can actually build a circumstance with this fine lady. Six of Swords. I hope that neither of you are running from a breakup. Because if that's the case, I want you to empty your cup and kind of cleanse yourself energetically before you try and get into it with her. Because I don't want to see the same patterns kind of repeat with this other lady, because you are kind of looking at her like a, she might be a ride or die. But I don't want you to bring any baggage from a former circumstance. One of the things that I tell people when they ask me about relationships, she's in a messy divorce. Look at the patterns of relationships that you had. Does she seem similar? Is she like an archetype of one of your other girlfriends that you were with? She's doing some healing stuff. Excellent. That's what I want to hear. Is it going to work? It's going to work. It's going to work great. Let her do the healing stuff. Absolutely. Excellent. What is her place right now? We're just going to take a look right now. We're going to see like how fast she's moving along down that healing path. It's good stuff for you. We got a snowstorm coming up, remember. So I like where she's going. I like that she's getting into balance with the Justice card. And I like that she is... Hi, Balin. Give me a bigger question than that, honey. And your last question. Questions are closed after you. She's getting into balance with the situation, and I think that that's good. When we are balancing our emotions like this, what can happen is one little thing can kind of set us off and make us tip into another direction. Either, into stress and anxiety or into good stuff. So right now, I think her healing work is very vital and important. Hang on one second. What is I'm gonna do my Yellow Brick Road here. The path with her. Magician, she's not ready for you yet. She's not ready for you yet. Not yet. But I do think you're going to send her flowers sometime in the future. And I think that that's a breakthrough. The pressure is she's got a lot of balls up in the air right now. There's a lot of stuff going on in the air. The hidden hand is the divorce. The divorce. She tried to test you and you passed. She was surprised I didn't do what her ex did. Okay. Excellent. I collected evidence, then approached. Okay, good. All right, Balin, sit tight. Sit tight. You're next. You're next and last, okay? You're next and last. We're going to help you find a better pathway. Typical Virgo. Look at you with all the astrology jargon going on. I love it. So the public face for her. The public face is she's still very conflicted. You know, and this is, I hate to say fish out of water because we've got the sushi here on the plate. Poor Nemo. But she is a fish out of water. She doesn't really like where she is at the moment. The personality, the post-divorce personality is not set. It's not well formed. Private goal. 4 of Pentacles. I don't know if she's thinking about moving or if she's already moved out of the marital home. But I think she may be thinking about, you know, a more substantial move. And I don't mean like in length or in pricing or anything like that, but it just feels like there's going to be more of, hey, Samantha, there's more of a substantial world move and world that she needs to get into. So I don't know if she's in a temporary place now. Private. So wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Likely pivot. 4 of Wands. She's looking for another place to live. She's looking for a permanent place to live. Will she approach you anytime to reconcile? I think you're sending her flowers. I can buy myself flowers. Judgment. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to wait. She's super conflicted. Here's this. Should you reach out to her? Should you send her flowers? When should you send her flowers? Let me see. Justice. Dang. It's a lot of justice here. If the divorce is finalized, I would perhaps present some flowers. I don't want to create any ruffles for her. If there's any chance someone's going to see them, we don't want to do that. And I would send them over like, hey, you know, like, yeah, like peace lily. Peace lilies are really easy to take care of. Or she's a kid. Okay. The hardier plants, and you can say this is, you know, a plant for your new future. You know, this is something that you can take with you, and it's going to symbolize, I'm thinking a living plant versus flowers. And I think that is, you know, be thoughtful about it. Be, you know, like, like rubber trees, planning on DMing her, but I'm thinking she should DM me first. I would, let's see. Ace of Swords. You can spark that. It'll make you look like you're guilty when you're not. Hang on, Balin. Hang on. Stop tipping. We're going to get to you, honey. We're going to get to you. It's okay. It's okay. She was the guilty one. No, you look like the cool guy if you do it. And it looks like you don't run from trouble. You don't look like you run from trouble. You're like, hey, let's start this over again. So we got the Magician. That's my Gomez Adams kind of vibe. 8 of Cups in reverse, which is, you know, not running from the terrible stuff. PJJ, hang on. Mods, are you guys still good if I take one more question? All right, thank you. So okay, go ahead, PJJ, drop a super and you can get a question. Just do super chat so I can see your whole question. Balin, sit tight. You're next, honey. You're next. Don't worry. When? 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is spring. and we can look at that as like 7 weeks from now. Like, just make sure that the temperature is down on the situation with the partner. With the former partner, if they walk in to get the kids and there's a dozen red roses, there's a dozen questions that come with that. But if they walk in and there's a beautiful ficus tree, they're not going to go, what the hell is that? What lover sent you the ficus tree? So, I want you to be very selective in how you present a gift, a token of affection to this lady. And I want to see you here next week, and I want to find out what's going on. What's going on? All right. So I think in 6 weeks, if you can hang out for like 6 weeks and then send something nice, maybe she'll be moving into a house. Peace lilies are lovely, but I think they might be poisonous to animals. I'm sorry, New York Creek. I would give it a little bit of time. Besides, we're going to have this massive snowstorm. We're going to be buried under snow. And PJJ, I got your question. And it's going to be one of those weekends. It's going to be one of those weekends where you just go in and hole up with some food. So Balin, thank you so much. You did 2 supers here, and I appreciate that. I am going to read for you as best I can. So let's start with this. Okay, we got another one from Balin. Thank you, Balin. I've lost my way, going in circles. Can't crash, can't run out of fuel. Endless. This is hell. All right. We're going to find your spine right now. We are going to find your spine. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. The Fool in reverse. The Ace of Cups on the bottom. I know you mean well. I know you mean well. Six of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So here we go. This, your mind's on your money and your money's on your mind. That's why she's all the way up at the top of your spine, that Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And I know that, job markets are sketchy. It's difficult to get work even if you have a job. But this lady right here, I want you to start changing your mindset. Wealth, health, success is all mindset. You really have to create a milieu by your attitude and your actions. So it's not just going and getting the degree. Lots of people go and get a degree and they are, unsuccessful in their careers. They don't wind up in their careers or the career path that they chose. And for you, I absolutely want you to start thinking in terms of it is not all lost. You have not lost your way. You just need to slow down, be more intentional. I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, times are tough for everybody. Like, times are tough for everybody. I want you to stop spinning in space. Fine. When we're dizzy and like, if you get on the merry-go-round and people are pushing you get off and you're wobbling, you're dizzy. You have to grab onto something. So your mast of the ship, you need to grab onto that and get your bearings now. Is there another option for you? Is there another place for you to go? There's something about the wholesomeness of your heart and the true core self of you is very sweet, very lovely, and you feel like everyone fails you or derails you or makes things bad for you. And one of the things that we do in psychic reading is we look at repeated patterns, because you're going to see the same archetype, the same boyfriend, the same boss, the same girlfriend, the same co-worker. You're going to see those patterns. And we can't change the actions of the people around us. We can only change our response to them. That is where I want you to stop. I know it's bringing you down. I know people can affect us, but Balin, send me an email, because I want to send you a meditation from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and I want you to do it for like a week. I want you just to do this meditation. It's like, what, I think it's like a half hour. You do it right before you go to sleep. If you fall asleep with your headphones on, it's no big deal. But Dr. Joe Dispenza talks about manifestation and changing the path that you're on much better than I ever do. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Even when we work really hard to center ourselves and start to change our perspective and change the way that we look at things and change the way that we are showing up and manifesting for things, the universe still throws us a test every now and then, throws us a test. And sometimes it's an even bigger test. And sometimes our wholesomeness and our good-heartedness that I was talking about with you, sometimes we spend that in the wrong place. And we invest in people that are not worthy of our investment. They're just not. And your discernment is going to develop. And I really want you, just send me an email, fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. Just send me an email, say your Balin in the subject, and I'm going to send you a link to a YouTube. It's free. Like it's a YouTube meditation that's on regular YouTube, and you don't have to be special to get it. You need to change your world. I want you to be the captain of your world. Here, the Six of Wands in reverse is you don't feel successful. This is your right hand not feeling successful. And over here, the Knight of Pentacles, over here, you feel like you're just giving out money with the other hand. You're just, whatever you make, you never get that moment of, woohoo, I did a great job. Like the paycheck never feels like it's balanced with what we have put out. And we're going to change the way that you look at this. And we're going to change the way that you do things. When I worked in corporate, when I would get dressed in the morning, I would absolutely put armor on with my hair, my outfit, my makeup. Right now I'm in slippers. But you can do that too, Balin. You can create what's called a glamour in the magical community. You can create a glamour. So like when I am doing my makeup, sometimes I want to come off as very soft. Sometimes I want to come off as very intense and very, very eye dominant. And like, you can do that. The idea behind like makeup and clothing and kings and queens and popes that wear big hats and crowns and whatnot, it's to make them larger than everyone else. And we can do that in a daily practice where we have to teach ourselves to sell ourselves as we see ourselves. Sometimes people think, I'm very short. And so sometimes people would think that I was a little bit of a pushover because of that. I'm only 5'1". When I worked in corporate, I wore heels all the time, 3 and 4 inch heels. And one day I was discovered I was out of my heels, and one of the execs, one of the C-suites walked by, and he was like, "Dang, you're short." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm really short." And he even said, like, when I told him I was 5'1", he said, you carry yourself so much higher. Thanks, Zeph. You know, I carry myself much larger when I'm in a corporate environment. So, you know, I send me an email. I'm going to send you a meditation. I think it's really important for you to do that. Will you be able to uncover a secret, Balin? You're doing some energetics with Dr. Joe Dispenza. I have no affiliation with him, just so you know. I'm just a tremendous fan of his. I think he's doing good works out there. So if you start to focus on the energetics, will this change your direction? Look at that Two of Wands. We get into a different timeline. And Balin, on Thursdays, I do videos about timeline shifting. You know, and you have to be discerning. I'm going to just pop up your comment. Hi, Edward Elliott. I see you over there, my love. It is good to see you. So, thank you, Edward. I appreciate that. You have to be discerning about who you help. Make sure that the people you are helping, all relationships are transactional. And I get in trouble for saying that. People get mad at me for saying that. But all relationships are transactional. We're all getting something from somebody. You know, my dog is getting dinner. My dog is getting a treat. Oh my God, she barked at me. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, I want dinner. No, she said dinner, not breakfast. Oh, Driftloon. Yeah, I'm taking super chats. You could do it. Go ahead. Drop it like it's hot, baby. You have a beautiful night too, Edward. Good to see you in the chat. So this will help you discern a better future for yourself. Send me an email. I'm going to get you turned on to Dr. Joe Dispenza. You're going to love him. You're going to love him. He yells at you in meditations. He goes, get up, sit up. Now relax. It's awesome. It's like, I am a very hyperactive person and ADHD, and it's hard for me to meditate, but I like his meditations. They're pretty funny. So I appreciate you. I want to see you back here next week. I think you are going to be on your way. You're going to be on your way. So I appreciate you. Thank you for your contribution. And we got PJJ. Are my feelings for Richard one-sided? See what's going on. What's going on? So, Balin, send me an email tonight because I'll send it to you as soon as I finish this live. So you can do one tonight. You're going to feel great. Are my feelings for Richard one-sided? See how Richard's feeling. Eight of Wands, communication, Eight of Pentacles, the Fool. Let me see. So, Ace of Wands and Page of Cups. He's got feelings, but they're not permanent feelings. So, Richard is still window shopping. He's still window shopping. So he's not committed to any one or two persons. He's just not locked in. So how does this relationship look for you and him if you guys were to get together? I think that the relationship with Richard is going to take you on a little bit of a magic carpet ride, not in a good way. I think there's going to be a lot of does he like me? Does he not like me? Are we together? Is he loyal? Like, I think there's a lot of questions. If he was in it, I think he would shut down communication a lot. And he would start and stop the relationship, like, taking you down off a shelf, which is something that we talk about in when we talk about narcissists, like taking you down off a shelf and playing with you for a while and then putting you back up. I just coached one of my girlfriends through a relationship like this. And I think he may keep you in reserve. Is there something better out there for you, my dear? Is there something better? See if there's anybody in your neighborhood periphery. Empress, you deserve to be treated like a goddess. Knight of Pentacles, don't discount the poor guy. We all want to set it up with someone who's got their ducks in a row. Maybe they have, some savings or a good job or a house, or, the all the trappings that look like a good provider. Don't discount the good provider who's in disguise. So if there's one out there that maybe is sweet to you or sweet on you, and you're like, nah, they're not ready for me. They might be ready for you. And how sweet to grow together. This is somebody who seems very immature to you and seems like they don't have a lot to care about. And they don't look like they have their eye on the future. They do. He's got his eye on the future. He's not worried about the future. He has, and Balin, I want you to listen to this, because this dude that I'm zeroing in on is somebody that has like Bilbo Baggins kind of energy. That's the energy I want you to get. Like any adventure I go on is going to be a success, and anything that gets in the way is going to be a little side quest that's going to be really fun. So this guy, PJJ, is very lighthearted and very fun. Don't confuse his frivolity with immaturity and insustainability. I think that's a word. Insustainability, Greg?
Sure, why not?
So don't do that. This guy's a honey. He's a honey. He's going to be sweet. He's going to be a good dad, but you're going to build a life with him. You don't have to do it all on your own. So I like this cat. I like this one. He's fun. He's going to like take you to concerts, or, go bahan in the desert, or go climb a mountain someplace. Like, he's going to be really fun. He's going to have a good sense. This is the kind of guy that's going to strap a toddler to his back and go for a hike. I like him. And he appears to not have his ducks in a row, but he does. He's getting them in a row. This is one to grow with. So I'm loving that. All right, guys. So I know somebody else asked if I would take one more question. I didn't see it come in. So I am going to shut the live down because this bish is tired. This bish is tired. I am tired. We had the full day with Dave Murphy yesterday. We got home late, and then I was all keyed up when I got home, and I couldn't go to sleep right away. So, guys, thank you so much. We're going to do this every Friday. We are wait, I have another question. Who is it? Oh, you're still here. Driftloon, drop a leg and hot. Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still here. I didn't see it. I beg your pardon. So can I get a reading on this new internship offer? So, okay, you're not loving the offer that they gave you. They're not really giving you enough. You're not getting enough
Right.
in return for what they're asking of you. They love you, though. This is them, King of Cups, and this is you over here. The Seven of Wands, it's in imbalance. So what does that mean? That means that they are just asking you to do too much. It's too much heavy lifting versus what they're going to do. Can you negotiate this? Three of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and transformation. Okay, this is pretty good. So basically what this says is if you sit down and you say, listen, guys, I really love it. Guys and gals, I really love it. I want to do this internship. Can somebody help Balin? Balin's not sure what their email is, where their email is on their phone. Thanks, Zeph. You're a champ. So if you sit down with them and give them, like if you just go, you're not giving enough, you're not giving enough. Go into a little negotiation with them. Great book for you to get is, or you can get the Audible version. It is Chris Voss. I recommend this book all the time. Chris Voss, Never Split the Difference. It is a manual on how to teach you how to negotiate. It is from an FBI negotiator. His name is Chris Voss. I discovered him when I got masterclass for Mother's Day a few years ago. And what he does in this book or audiobook, he takes an FBI hostage situation, what went right, what went wrong. He explains what happened, and then he applies the optimal process for that situation and applies it to an everyday thing like negotiating salary, negotiating rent, negotiating bedtime with your kids. Like, it's actually really cool. You're waiting for someone to call you, but this place is super consistent and they loved me. Yeah, they do love you. They want you there, but I think they're going to be asking, are they going to say yes and call you? Yeah, the Fool, new start. Like you're going on an adventure. You're going on an adventure. So how soon are they going to let you know? How soon are they going to let you know? Pretty soon. High Priestess, she's at the beginning of the major arcana with the Fool. Pretty soon, they're going to give you a call. So, but I think that the responsibilities are a little imbalanced. So, if you can go in there, remember, it's easier to start with less work than it is to ask them to take it away later. Lord, do I know that. So, go in there and kind of negotiate the responsibilities and duties. If they've got more interns, they can shuffle a little bit of that over to somebody else. I'm just in a baby period of my life and career and trying to leave retail. So it's also scary. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Here, let's see. Baby period of your life. That Fool card is good because the Fool is when we start out. We start out on a whole new incarnation of ourselves. This is you, not the internship. This is you. Six of Swords. You're worried about you're not leaving the stress and the lack of compensation when you're in retail. I get it. I know everything about that. Wheel of Fortune. Your heart knows you're doing the right thing. Seven of Swords. You're sick of being jerked around. I get it. The internship, this isn't the only one that you can get. And even if they were really chill and like things were really good there, I do think they are going to make you an offer, but I think that it's going to be a lot of work. and like, well, we've graced you with the opportunity to come here and do your thing, practice your skills. But sometimes that's not really cool. Sometimes we need to dial them back a little bit more. So keep peeking around for an internship. Talk to your advisor and see if there's some other internships. There's something that's going to come up at the end of the spring into the summer that is going to be very, very appropriate for you. Does it mean that you have to stay a little bit longer in retail? I think it does, or a little bit longer at your lily pad job. But the other thing that you can jump into in the spring into summer is going to be really good for you. It's going to be really enriching. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to do a lot there. So here we are now. Hierophant, love it. So here you are now. You have an idea about your worth. You have an idea. You know what your worth is supposed to be. After this internship, if you take the one in the summer, you're going to be the Hierophant. You're going to be a force to be reckoned with. A force to be reckoned with. So, guys, thank you, Zephyr, for closing the questions. I appreciate everyone who contributed today. You guys are fantastic. I saw a lot of new names and faces in here, and I'm hoping that we can get Balin's email sent over so that I can send over that meditation. You guys are fantastic. Fantastic. And I appreciate each and every one of you. Most of all, I appreciate my super deluxe mods with their giant shields. Let's give them a round of applause. You guys are terrific. So everybody, this was a fun happy hour. I think this is going to be a lot of fun for us moving forward. Why is this not moving? Why is it not moving? I can't do my exit music. No, my exit music is gone. That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, no exit music, guys. My exit music is not working. So, and if I refresh, I'm going to disappear. So I'm just going to disappear like I do. Again, thank you, everybody. This was a super fun live, and I will see you all in the future.